Walton, the defending champion from Pitt Meadows, is also there, and I believe our very own Jay Triano. Let's look at that jam by Hinton from Sutherland.
Now the key to those dunks is the toss. I mean, that's really not that difficult as long as you throw yourself a good toss, and the judges know that. That's why I see some sevens.
Okay, our final contestant, we'll see this again. Todd Hinton from the Sutherland Eagles. He's 6'7". Not bad at all. And let's see Andy here from...
Oh, baby! He was up there. Now, the key. See, the judges are only giving him 8s and 9s. You can't be wasting good ones early. You got to be saving those for later when the judges start warming up.
Al, the crowd is not liking that. Let me tell you a little story about Andy here. Apparently, he broke a backboard that his dad had built for him. And his dad says he can make up for it by winning the slam dunk contest tonight. Let's go back now to the top of the order. And Dave Christensen from the Argyle Pipers. All right, here's his second dunk.
All right, not bad. I think you're going to see 6s and 7s on that one, though.
Now you can gauge by the crowd noise what the crowd thinks of the dunks. That's going to affect the judges.
Oh, no question. The judges are definitely influenced by what they hear by the crowd. And like I say, you've got to do something special to get that crowd going. It's more of a show than anything else. Once you get the crowd on your side, you're set.
Okay, the junior, grade 11, Roy Cruzwick. Here's his second dunk. A little authority.
Yeah, definite. Good power there. Brought the ball way back. That's going to be 7s and 8s probably.
His total's 23. Look at it in slow-mo again.
Yeah, he brought that ball way back there. And again, good power there. But we're going to have to see a little more style from these guys to get the big numbers from the judges.
Okay, now, earlier, Colin Inman brought the house down with his first dunk. Let's see what's up here. He's going to get another try at it. That was a hard dunk.
Yeah, that was. He cradled that pretty good. And you do get 2 misses, though. You do get 2 misses.
All right, giving up the rock, baby. Here's Inman.
Okay, that's 2. This is it. All right, there's a time limit, and you got to go with your basic two-hander to get in. The key in a dunk competition is you must get points. You must get points, and he hurt himself there by missing those. You know, he tried a tough one pretty early, and he got stuck with just 6s and 7s on his last attempt.
Yeah, keep in mind it takes some strategy here to impress the judges and the crowd. Here's Todd Hinton. Oh, not bad. Not bad.
That was a nice one. I want to see the replay of that one. That one looked pretty tough.
Oh, I'd give him an 8 on that easy. But then again, what do I know? I'm 6 feet.
Again, he's into the toss. It's a nice little toss. And again, the key to those dunks is the toss. You make a good toss, you can make that look pretty good.
All right, if you're just joining us, we're live at the P&E Agrodome, the Slam Dunk Contest. And here's a crowd favorite, Andy here. Andy here. Here he is. Oh, he's going to have to try that one again. Didn't get the bounce right.
Again, these dunks are all predicated by the toss. If you make a good toss, you can really throw something down.
Oh, he's going to have to put this up.
Again, that's a missed dunk, and he's not going to get any points for that. The key to this competition is you got to get points every dunk. And if that could be the best dunker, but if you don't get points, you're hurting.
And so we don't have any clear favorite after 2 rounds as we enter round number 3. You get 1 dunk in each round, but you're allowed, if I'm correct, and I could be corrected on this, that you're allowed 2 misses.
From what I understand, you're allowed 2 misses, but you got to score points on each dunk. So anything more than 2 misses, and you're going to be out of the competition.
Some of the crowd you see here at the P&E Agrodome, this place filled to the rafters here tonight. As we present live coverage following this, game number 2 will have Terry Fox against the Fighting Irish of Vancouver College. Right now you're watching the Slam Dunk Contest. Rich Lodwick with Al Chrismanson and the Rogers 4 Sports crew. For those of you wondering about the judges, Howard Smyrna, of the Vancouver province, Dave Randorf of UTV, Bruce Enns, defending champion Scott Walton, and Jay Triano, who's calling the color commentary tonight for us.
Looks like Andy here, they've reversed the order now for the final, and Andy's taken off from the far foul line.
Oh, I got to turn around for this. Hold on here. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. Here we go.
Oh, baby! That's what you got to do. You got to get the crowd in. And there's the 10s all the way. And a from Howard. Oh, Howard, what do you want out there?
Oh, puts the cap back on the bottle. Andy here. And what's the Vancouver province giving him a 9 on that one?
Howard, I don't know what it's going to take for 10 to get Howard, but like we said before, Andy got 0 points on that last dunk before that, and that's going to hurt him.
But he sure made up for it with that one. And let's now go. Here's Todd Hinton. Wait a minute. No, we're at the we're with Roy Kruzwick here from the Kelowna Owls. And he tried a 360.
Very tough. It's a 360. Like we say, he gets 2 misses. That is his first. So we'll see if he tries the 360 once again. That's about 220, but still very tough. And big guy, though. The judge is going to want to see more than that from the big guys.
Yeah, they'll give him some 8s as you look at it again. Roy Kruzwick from Kelowna. He is 6'7", and he gets 8s on that one. It's going to be tough for Roy to win with. He's going to have to come up with something in the next round.
We got a kind of unique competition here from other years. Is our best dunkers have both missed a dunk, and you know, these guys have come through with 3 decent dunks, just might win it.
Christensen misses there as he threw it off the backboard, went up with 2 hands, baby. Couldn't bring it down. He'll try it again. And it's time he gets it to go.
That's pretty nice for a guy 6'3". Let's just see some decent scores from the judges there.
You know, Al, I kind of feel like I'm at a diving competition. You know, oh, he got a good score from the East German judge. Little splash there. You know,
I know Triano, he's not gonna be given 10s. He was a big dunker in his day for a guy that's only 6'3", 6'4". So it's gonna take something to impress that guy.
Yeah, he's hard to please.
Scott Walton, the defending champ.
All right, here's Todd Hinton. Hinton from Sutherland, the Sutherland Sabres.
Again, he's going with the toss here, and if you don't have a good toss, you don't have much of a chance of finishing her off. Let's see what he can do with the second one here. That's not bad. Not bad at all. He kind of squeaked it in there at the end, and he knows it.
Right, he didn't get it clean, but it went in for him. We'll see what the judges score on that. Now, interesting, Dave Randorf's a judge here. He's from UTV Sports Page.
Yeah, I don't know how many balls Dave's dunked in his day, so I don't know what he's doing here.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here's Colin Inman from Abbotsford, WJ Mowat, the Hawks, rooting on their guy. And he came up with a great dunk in the first round. Let's see what he's got here for us.
I like this guy. This guy's good.
Oh, he went for it. He put all the cookies in one jar there. All right, John McKeechie's informed us that we have a dunk-off. What exactly does that mean?
Well, I think that means what John's trying to tell us is we've got a tie for first place, and Dave Christensen's one of them, and Todd Hinton, who weren't either, probably didn't have the most spectacular dunks, but they had made 3 solid dunks, and that's the key.
Accumulate those points. And so we have a sudden death playoff here at the Peony Agrodome. There you see us. It'll be Dave Christensen and Todd Hinton. 2, like you said, Al, unlikely finalists, but hats off to them. They've done the job.
It just goes to show you how important strategy is in this competition, is you've got to get 3 dunks down. Now here goes our 6'3", Dave Christensen. That's tough.
Right. That's
I like
not
that.
bad. That's
For
not
kid
bad at all.
6'3", that's a long way to get up and grab that off the glass. I think you might see a 9 or 2 in there, yeah.
Howard gives him an 8. Triano gives him a 9. And Randorf with the 8 there. There you see the judge panel. Here's Hinton.
That's an 8. I like that for 7 or 8. That's a good reverse dunk, but not as tough as off the glass.
What are you noticing, Al, in terms of creativity here? The judges looking for that creativity. Are they being a little easy on these guys right now?
Well, you know, unless they see something real different, and if they don't hear that crowd going nuts, you're not going to see a 9 or a 10 out there. So it looks like we got another tie, and they're going again.
There you see some of the dunkers that did not make the finals. There's Colin Inman, and that first dunk, whoa, he brought the house down with that one.
He sure did, and that would have been your winner right there if he was able to complete that second dunk of his.
One-handed, not bad at all.
That is very tough. That's you're going to see a 9 there for sure. Maybe even the odd 10. No, there's some 9s.
He put the cap back on the bottle there. Rain's coming down tonight, folks.
Yeah, that was a beauty. That was really tough.
Okay, Hinton with the first miss. He's allowed 2 misses. Okay, now he's going to get one more crack at it. This is it. He can't miss now.
A little loop under the arm, grabbed it in the air and dunked. I don't think that's going to beat Dave Christensen, though. I like the first one.
All right, your winner from the Argyle Pipers, the 6'3", 190-pounder Dave Christensen. He has the honor of being slam dunk champion for 1993. Scott Walton hands the torch off to Dave Christensen, and pretty fun 10-15 minutes here at the Agrodome, Al.
Well, here's got some highlights of Dave going right here. Remember, this kid's only 6'3", and throw it off the glass like that and get up there and grab it and then throw it down when you're 6'3", and he did it with authority. That's very impressive, and he's very deserving of being the champ this year.
I'll tell you, though, I am sure impressed with 2 people, Colin Inman of WJ Mowat and Andy here. Wood Nelly, he put on a show there with that one dunk going coast to coast.
I think if Andy had to do it all over again, he'd come up with a little different strategy, make sure he got some points on 3 dunks, and he would have been the champ.
Okay, well, thank you, Al, for joining us, and I'm sure we'll meet again next year.
See you next year, Rich.
Yeah, your concluding thoughts on deserving champion in Christensen.
Well, he's a great athlete. Anybody 6'3" who can get up and do things like that is very impressive, and the crowd loved it. That's what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
And I'll give you a few pointers after the game. All right, folks, we'll have the second game of our semifinal action. We're live at the Peony Agrodome. Coming up next, pregame thoughts and comments and highlights. Terry Fox against Vancouver College. Coming up next.
Of the Cosby Show. In our changing world, mathematical skills can lead to exciting careers.
I think as a publisher, understanding math is critical to understanding the bigger picture of the world today.
Fox and John Dumont from Vancouver College are going to be the players that are going to have to be stopped. Defense is going to win this game today, and both teams are just great from the perimeter, so we'll see what's going to happen.
All right, now we have more on the Terry Fox Ravens from our man out on the court, one of the men helping out tonight, Terry Murray. Terry?
Well, thank you, Rich. And you know, everybody remembers the legacy of the Marathon of Hope of Terry Fox. Well, one thing about this Terry Fox Ravens basketball team is they're trying to stretch that legacy into a marathon of hope. Their hope is winning the BC championships. Well, for a more in-depth look of the Terry Fox Ravens, let's have a look. With the Terry Fox Ravens' early season ranking of #1, they had the task of living up to everybody's expectations. Each and every game would test the Ravens' skills. The skills to be able to be as ready as any team going up against them would be. With a record of 37-4, it is safe to say they have not disappointed many. What's the pressure been like being ranked 1 and 2 all season long?
It's almost been enjoyable in the sense that it's brought some recognition to our program, and more importantly to the school of Terry Fox and the community of Port Coquitlam. We've got a great staff and a great administration. It gives us a lot of support, and we've got a great community in Port Coquitlam who gives us a lot of support. So although there's the pressure that you have to excel, it's been a positive pressure that we've been able to transform into getting some positive recognition for our community.
How do the Ravens look? Well, number 21, Chris Zarka, has great hands, especially around the backboards. His rebounding would be an asset to any team. Number 20, Dave Morgan, is just a grade 11, and at 6'8", he is the biggest Raven, and is one reason why the Ravens are expected to be the number 2 rated team next year. Also back next year is number 13, Vic Gregor. Vic's junior year has seen him first out of the change room for every game. A workhorse, he can be seen in the gym every morning shooting baskets. Number 14, Jason McIver, will also be back next year. At 6'1", he is a dual sports athlete, as well as number 12, Brett Anderson. At the end of this year, Brett expects to entertain offers for a basketball-football combination scholarship. The number 1 rated player in the province, he is a big key to a team that expects to do well at the BCs.
We expect to win, no doubt about it. we're not here to take second place or anything. We have a little revenge on our mind, and you know, we're looking to do big things here.
If the Ravens expect to win, they'll have to play hard. And the formula would be for everyone to be going at full tilt. If they do, this group of fine athletes could live up to their billing as the #1 rated team.
Now, the Ravens won 2 games to get to this semifinal. They beat Caledonia from Terrace 111-62, and then they beat St. Michael's University Blue Devils, who won it all last year 104-47. Howard, some good games there.
Yeah, they certainly were. Terry Fox did not get the kind of competition they wanted in the first 2 rounds of this tournament, being ranked #2 in BC. But I think they're gonna get their real test tonight. That's for sure.
All right, we'll take a look now at the Terry Fox Ravens. Number 20, Dave Morgan, a center, 6'7", a big fella underneath the basket.
Yeah, grade 11 who's learned on the job. He's just got to stay out of foul problems, and if he can do that, you know, he does have the touch inside to score and will be a big factor tonight.
Possibly the best player in the province of BC, Brett Anderson, number 12.
Yeah, there's nothing Brett can't do. He scores from the outside, goes inside, as you saw there. Brett's just a fantastic player, one of these guys who comes along once every 10 years or so.
And then number 13, born in Romania, Vic Grigori, am I right?
Grigor.
Grigor, okay, 5'10".
He's a kid who couldn't even make his junior team 2 years ago, so he's come a long way. He's one of the best leader guards in BC now.
And the point guard, John Murphy, number 10.
Yeah, John is a bit of an unsung hero, and you know, they count on him for super defense, and he really sets things up well for them.
Number 21, Chris Zarka, 6'2" forward.
Yeah, Chris played on the football team. He's got a linebacker's mentality and a nice touch inside as well. He's a very fun player to watch.
And the coach of the Terry Fox Ravens, Don Van Oss. And we caught up to Don, and Don had some comments, of course, about this game.
Don, tonight's game, Vancouver College, you guys are coming in and you've played 2 games where it's been offensive mania. How are you going to take this game?
Well, Vancouver College is going to have a lot to say about our offense mania. We got a tough battle on our hands. We were very fortunate to beat them in their own gym last December. We're going to have a tough time stopping Gerald Cole and John Dumont offensively for them. We've got to try and do the job at the defensive end of the floor, and that's our focus. We want to do a job defensively, and that kind of generates our offense.
What can we expect from the Ravens to stop Gerald Cole?
I don't know. We'll try a variety of things, but I don't know if we can, you know, if he can be stopped. He's got a great shot, for a great perimeter shooter, penetrates really well, finds the open man. We're just going to try and play him head up as best we can, and hopefully we can't you know, stop him from getting on a roll. And we'll try and keep the ball out of Dumont's hands as much as we can.
Don Van Oss, the coach of the Terry Fox Ravens. Now let's turn our attention to the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. They got here by beating Rutland 105-38, and then they beat Maple Ridge 68-60. Some players to watch in the Fighting Irish. Number 9, Steve Doherty, a 6-foot forward, a grade 12, a senior.
Yeah, Steve's a bit of an unsung hero, and if he's given the opportunity, he can really score. He's just a very talented player on a very talented team.
Number 5, Gerald Cole. What do you know about him, Howard?
This is Gerald's 3rd Final Four in a row, and he's just a fantastic player. Started as a grade 10, and he's got all the experience in the world.
Number 10, John Dumont, a 6'3" guard.
Yeah, John's had some knee problems and a lot of injuries, but he's a 6'3" kid who can play anywhere on the floor, and a definite university player.
And number 21, Pat English, a 6'5" center. He's 200 pounds. He's a heavyweight underneath.
And Pat is the one big kid the Irish do have this year, and so he's going to be down in the low paint all night tonight.
And what do you know about that little guard they got, number 4? Brian Carino.
Yeah, Brian's kind of stepped up as one of the leaders on this team, and he can push the ball up the floor probably faster than anyone in the province. He can really stop and pop that shot, so he's vital as well.
And the head coach of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, Bob Corbett. Let's hear from Bob on tonight's game.
Bob, Terry Fox has got a real weapon out there. How do you plan to stop it?
Well, the real weapon last night was just about everybody on the floor. Brett Anderson, though, is just a tremendous player, and Dave Morgan's playing very well. Vic Gregoire's playing very well. They've got a lot of things. So if we stop one thing, we better be planning on stopping about 5 more at the same time. We're going to go out and do what we've done all year, and that's just D up and play the best man-to-man defense in the province, hopefully. And if we D up like we did last night against Maple Ridge in the 4th quarter, this is going to be a real good game. But basically, it's going to come down to I really think that if either team controls the boards, it's going to be their game. So it's
That Maple Ridge game, you're down by 11, 9 minutes to go. You came back. How can you carry that emotion on into tonight's game?
Well, you do that with senior kids. We've got a lot of grade 12 kids on our team, and we've shown all year when we get into a position like last night when we had to really play hard in the fourth quarter and crank it up a notch or two, that we've carried that over to the next night. And going with the kids today and walk through, we're loose and we're fairly confident. And, you know, we played Terry Fox earlier in the year and played them real tough at our place. And, you know, I just think that the grade 12s that we've got, having been here, most of them, this is their third time here playing on Friday night, that our ability to keep our intensity up is going to be there.
Oh, yes, it's got the makings for a good game. Semifinal game number 2 set to go. We'll get your comment, Howard, in just a minute on who's going to win. But first, let's go to Ozzy, who's in the stands doing, I don't know what you're doing, Ozzy.
Well, Rich, I'm on the court spinning a ball, but I'll tell you, I'm getting worn out from running around the stands of this big building. A big building for the big leagues of high school basketball, and we'll have more comments from the fans and parents of Terry Fox and Vancouver College. And I'll tell you, I'm psyched up for this second game, too. Rich?
Yeah, Ozzy, he's not getting any better at spinning that ball. Anyway, we'll hear from him. Okay, prediction time. Vancouver College against Terry Fox. It's got the makings for a good ball game.
It certainly does, and I think Vancouver College probably playing better than any team down the last couple of weeks of the season, won the Lower Mainland Championship, are just playing fantastic basketball. But I have to go with the Terry Fox Ravens. This is a very senior team, just great at every position on the floor, and I'm really looking for the Ravens to pull a win here.
Howard Samura, the Vancouver Province. I'm Rich Lodowick, and that's going to do it for us. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the opening tip-off and player introductions. You're watching Rogers 4 Sports coverage, live coverage of the semifinals of the BC AAA Basketball Championship. Coming up next.
And volunteer.
Hi, I'm Ozzy Owens, reminding you that while you're enjoying the basketball game, keep in mind that Rogers Cable also features great comedy. Shows called The Funny Pages. And this month, one of our special guests is Seattle super comic Rod Long. Here's a quick look.
So they're filming this thing for TV. I want to make sure I'm white balanced. And I know I wore a light coat. I want to make sure on the tape I'm not eyeballs and teeth in my coat. Am I cool looking? I just want to make sure about this. Because when I found out they were taping, I didn't bring my makeup. Imagine me running around this town, New Westminster, all day. Do you have any number 5 Negro blush makeup?
So join us Saturday, March 20th at 9 p.m. And I'll see you, and I'll see you, and I'll see you, and I'll see, or we'll see, and we'll see you. We'll?
Welcome back to the P&E Agrodome, where the tip-off has just commenced, and we have our first turnover of the game. It's for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, and missing on the basket there was number 9, Stephen Doherty. Hello, everybody. This is game 2 of the semifinal. Our first game of the evening was North Delta 65, Richmond Colts 62. So it's North Delta on to the championship final tomorrow night, and we'll have that game for you as well. And there's your first basket on the evening by Dave Morgan.
Big Dave steps out and shoots it. He's showing no side effects from the bad spill he had last night when he tried to dunk the ball and got undercut.
This is grade 11, Brian Carino. To Doherty. Doherty will drive inside of the basket, and he gets a 2 points.
Nice drive by Doherty, taking the ball to the middle and throwing it up over top of the big guy, showing that he's not going to be intimidated.
Vic Grigor off to Morgan, another grade 11, or that's blocked, and Chris Zarka picks up that one. Grigor from Budapest. 4-2 Ravens.
Nice little shake by Grigor there. He shook his man, pulled up for the jumper and stroked it.
We got a classic matchup here, Terry, between the team rated number 2 in the province against a team that's making their 3rd appearance in a row in the Final Four. And they really want to come here tonight to get into the final and win this tournament.
And 5 points for Brian Carino with that a score of 5-4. Followed by another three-pointer. I missed that one, Jay. Who was that?
That was John Murphy from the corner hitting a three, and I'll tell you, both these teams have started off like there's no pressure. They're just stroking the ball from outside. Only a two-pointer, though.
That's for Doherty. So Doherty gets his first 2 points in the evening, and it's 7-7. We've played 2 minutes and 30 seconds in this game 2 on Rogers. The Terry Fox Ravens in their real black uniforms with the red and white trim. Dave Morgan will try a 2-point shot. The rebound picked off by Johnny Dumont. Vancouver College in the gold with the purple and white trim. Ryan Carino, he's got 5 points thus far.
He's a guy that wants to play basketball in the Philippines of all places.
Dumont, watched by Grigor, gets it off for Carino, and Carino lost the ball. Back comes Brett Anderson, he'll go inside. Nice behind the back, and then gets it lays it in.
Brett's very good in the open court.
Now Doherty, it's intercepted. Here comes Big Dave Morgan. No problem.
Nice play by Morgan. You gotta like it when you got a guy 6'8", taking the ball the full length of the floor, laying it in.
11-7, Terry Fox. And the first foul of the game against Vic Grigor.
You know, I noticed the floor was a little bit slick there. We got a slip that happened right in front of us here, but during that dunk contest when I was out there, the floor seemed to have a little bit of a film on it, and it was pretty slick. Here comes Anderson. He goes behind his back to protect the ball from Doherty. Lays it up nice and soft off the backboard.
This is Ryan Carino with the ball. This is it off for Gerald Cole. Gerald Cole is 3rd year in senior ball. Pat Ingles, the attempted shot. Here comes John Murphy. 11-7, Fox lead. Murphy got done. Morgan the basket.
They can't let Big Dave Morgan open that close to the basket all night long, and they'll be in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, you can't really blame Pat Ingles, who's guarding him on that play, because Pat had to help out. Good penetration by Murphy from the top.
Vancouver College, their 35th entry in the history of the tournament, the most by any team. That one blocked by Morgan. The rebound for Inglis, and he'll hold on to the ball. That's picked up by Grigor. Here goes Grigor. The rebound's there for Anderson, and the foul against Vancouver College. Guys, it's loud in here.
Yeah, it's a loud crowd, and Terry Fox's defense has done a good job forcing transition baskets like this one here. Grigor comes down, he does a spin move, misses it, but they caught Doherty pushing off on Anderson inside. Good behind the back move, and then a spin move. Misses the jumper.
And I believe we have our first time out of the game.
Yeah, but
by Vancouver College.
Third thing, when you come, they taking the ball because we're coming this way and pass like that. Come to the damn basketball. Come to the basketball. Quit fading away from things. Okay? It's that simple. Now, defensively, we just got to crank up our intensity a bit, okay? Guys got to play guys honest, all right? But what's happening is they're backing up. We're not getting the ball up the wing because the wings aren't running the side hard enough, okay? We're backing up. We got to get up the wing, and then we got to get into our set. We got to get ball reverse and make guys. And when you go someplace, you got to go with aggression. Inside, post to post, screen, come to second cutter.
Here's a fast break coming down, and this is Murphy. Comes in, penetrates. Ingles has to help on this. Takes a charge, possible call. Morgan lays it in. I like what Bob Corbett had to say. They've turned the ball over 3 or 4 times for easy layups at the other end. His team has got to come to the ball. They can't wait for the ball to come to them because Terry Fox is in the way and they're denying it.
You know, Jay, Terry Fox has not shown any effects of those 2 ridiculously easy wins they've had in the tournament this far. They've come out here just really cranked up firing.
True, and those easy wins aren't always a result of competition. Terry Fox is on their game.
Yeah.
Chris Sarker with the 2 points. The Ravens lead is now at 8 at 15-7. We've got 4:55 to go in this first period. And that basket by number 10, Johnny Dumont.
They need that. They need John Dumont to score some points for them tonight, and it's good to see him get on the board now.
Gregor for the Ravens. He's their guard, their quarterback out there. Watch for him to carry the ball. He goes inside for Anderson. The rebound there for Morgan. And the basket will count. He'll draw the foul.
Oh, that's a good team play by Terry Fox. They get penetration, throw the ball inside. Zarka misses the shot here. Here's the help coming over. Misses the shot, and Morgan's in perfect position to put the ball back in.
We'll get a look at this from another angle here, Jay, exactly as you called it.
Yep. No, Pat Inglis, you can't blame him for the points that Morgan has scored so far, because he's coming over to help. He's trying to help his teammates that are getting beat on the perimeter.
So Morgan finishes off the three-point play and gets his team a 9-point lead. It's 18-9 now with 4:20 to go in this first period. Doherty drives to the basket, gets around Anderson and puts it in for two. A great play by Stephen Doherty.
Good play by Doherty, and he used his left arm to hold off the defender in a real good move, real strong drive to the basket.
Exactly.
7-point lead for the Fox Ravens. John Murphy dishes it off for Gregor. Gregor goes up for the jumper, and it bounces in for him. And has Vic Gregor got a touch tonight?
Well, Vic Gregor is a good shooter, especially when he penetrates like that and makes the defense come to him.
You know, and as Howard said in the pregame show, there's a guy that couldn't make his junior team last year. He's come a long way since then.
He can play for any senior team in the province now.
And Brett Anderson picks up his first foul on the night as you look at some of the crowd in the end zone. But Vancouver College and an all-boys school, they'll be rowdy and rambunctious in that end zone all night long. Unless their team is down like they are right now. They're down by 9, 20-11 is the score. And we have a travel charge to Pat Inglis of the Fighting Irish. And it'll be Terry Fox ball with 3:28 to go in this first period. If you're just joining us, this is the second game of our live coverage on Rogers. Also seen on Delta Cable as well as Shaw Cable and parts of the island. I believe Nanaimo Rogers is picking this one up as well.
And you know, the tournament this year has 33 games, the most ever in the BC High School Championship.
Gone from 16 teams to 20 teams. We're down to the final 3 as North Delta's already in the final. This one yet to be decided.
And I'm told, Terry, that if the most rabid fans that are here watch all the games in the tournament, there's a good chance that they will consume a total of 20 Agrodome hot dogs. Each.
Good play by Dumont, taking the ball to the basket, and Zarka, who's trying to stay with him and trying to play a little bit of a physical game on Dumont. Can't stay with him with his foot speed. Although he's done a good job so far keeping John quiet. You want to keep John Dumont quiet.
Well, here's a guy whose father, Jack Dumont, played for Vancouver College back 57, 58, 1959.
Bill, I don't know where you pull these stats out, but I tell you, you're amazing. Every broadcast I do with you. Vic Gregor now. The Ravens lead by 8 after that miss and the single by Murphy. Or by Dumont, sorry. Zarka dishes off for Gregor. He's watched by Carino. Gregor will go against him, puts it up. Got blocked by Carino, and a turnover. Back come the Irish. Dumont. His team up, we're down by 8. We got 2:30 left in this first period. Dumont goes to the basket and draws a foul. What a great job by Johnny Dumont.
Well, they say despite some pretty serious knee injuries, here's a kid that's done it all for him this year.
I'm not sure what the call was there. I think he called charge, but he called the wrong number.
I thought he signaled that the basket was going to count.
The basket did go in.
Our ball.
And now it looks like it, yeah, obviously they've either reversed it or we just picked
I'm not
up the
sure.
wrong signal.
And the officials are at the desk now. He's taking away the basket and calling a charge on Dumont. That's the only thing I think it could be. He said 20. Since that timeout, since that timeout, the defense has picked up.
And again, it looks like Brett Anderson might have slipped right in front of our desk here. There might be some water on the floor, or we've had two players slip right in front of us. And there's Brett Anderson there.
Yeah, Anderson was sat out for a while and has come back in. And I'll tell you, Vancouver College, their defense has picked up since that timeout. Bob Corbett didn't like the way things started here. He's got them playing a little bit of defense. He mentioned it in his timeout. They've come out and they've played a lot better defense since then and have really slowed Terry Fox down.
10 goals, sir. 10 goals.
Okay, you called 20 black.
Yes.
So it'll be
Here we go.
college ball. And here's Brian Carino with 5 points thus far in this first period. His team trails 20-12. 2 minutes left. Here's Gerald Cole. He can hit some three-pointers. He tries the two-pointer. The rebound there for Dumont. He dishes off for Inglis. Inglis will try. Good block there by Morgan, and Brett Anderson comes up with a loose ball.
Good play by Anderson to go straight up, and that allowed Morgan to come over top
Right
and
over
take a
top
swing at it.
You bet.
Like the wall of China. Two big men out there. Here's Morgan for Anderson. Anderson drives to the basket and gets 2 points for the Ravens.
That's a #1 rated player in the province, folks.
You know, he's got the #1 defensive player guarding him tonight. It's a great matchup. Gerald Cole, defensive player of the tournament last year. He's got the tough assignment of staying with Brett Anderson for this game.
And Brett has said that he wants to attend university right here in Vancouver. It's up for grabs.
I hope it's the one on the hill.
The one on the hill, it could well be. He had straight A's the first semester, Jay. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, we sure are.
Carries a pretty good B+ average.
Right, and he's a solid student, and he's a great football player and a great basketball player, and we hope that he comes to Simon Fraser to do both.
Beautiful.
Let's stick around for our halftime feature on Brett Anderson. We'll have a profile on the young athlete. Here's Inglis. Barely missed by Morgan, and Inglis gets the 2 points.
Jay, this looks like tougher basketball this quarter than the last game we saw. Am I right?
Well, it's hard to say. The first quarter of the last game was real intense, too, and they settled down a bit. They're playing real tough defense. And both these teams are probably in the top 5 defensive teams in the province, if not the top 2.
What a game that last one was. A 65-62 win for the North Delta Huskies over the Richmond Colts. And there's a steal. Set in for 2 points.
Anderson takes it right away from him and lays it in.
10-point lead, down to 12 seconds on the clock. Inglis goes around Morgan, and Morgan.
Oh, that's a big play.
I don't think Morgan too happy with. Was that a foul on Morgan? Wasn't it 20 black?
Yeah, they called that on Morgan.
Get a good look at Brett Anderson there. Take a look at 20 black here. You'd call it, Jay.
Well,
I don't know.
It's a tough call, and it's a real tough call from the angle we have seen here. Maybe we'll see it a little bit better here. Inglis does a good job. He gets a pump fake. I don't know. Tough call.
Well, for a guy that's got to stay out of foul trouble at the best of times, it's a pretty cheap one to take.
That's right. You don't want to take it with only 6 seconds to go in the quarter.
Inglis completes the 2 points. As he hits 1 and 1. Here goes Grigor, and that one goes off the rim. The rebound for Penner up and off the rim at the buzzer. That one doesn't count, and we have a 24-16 quarter time score in favor of the Terry Fox Ravens.
They look good. I mean, Terry Fox looks very, very impressive. I mean, I saw them a little bit first 2 nights when they just blew out the competition. I mean, they came out here the other night and almost shut SMU out in the first quarter. It was, you're looking at maybe going for about 24-0 lead. They've just come out here so far in this game, the first quarter, and I think look very, very strong.
Well, let's take a break right now. We'll go downstairs to Ozzie Owen, where he has a president of Basketball BC for the boys, Mr. Steve Erickson. Ozzie?
Well, thank you very much, Terry. And yes, he is president. And am I correct in saying, as president, you serve 1 term only?
That's correct.
Okay, and your feelings on how your term has been?
Well, if you gather from the crowd tonight and last night, it's going fantastically well. I think it's just, to be part of this is just a real exciting thing for me as president.
A lot of spirit here tonight.
Absolutely, and last night too.
Can we be so bold as to ask if you have a tournament favorite?
Well, coming from the Valley, that's all I can tell you.
All right, thanks, Steve. And back to Terry now.
Thank you very much, Ozzy. And a replay on the Brett Anderson basket.
This is Anderson bringing the ball down the floor. Good move to protect the ball from Doherty. Lays it up nice and softly off the backboard. He's gonna have to work for his points with Gerald Cole guarding him. Gerald hasn't scored yet, but you know, and Brett has 6 points, but Brett, it's got him the hard way. He stole the ball and got the ball at a fast break there.
And that was a Dumont basket that we seen credited to him by the official and then taken away.
Yeah, and then they called the foul, an offensive foul on John, and John's got his second foul.
So we have 10 minutes, brand new minutes on the clock. We're ready for second period action. 24-16 is the score in favor of the Terry Fox Ravens. The winner goes on to tomorrow night's final here at the Agrodome. We will not have that one for you live, so if you want to see it, you'll have to come down here. Otherwise, we'll be taping it and showing it the next day on Sunday, but we are live right now for the second period action, the tip-off, and Dave Morgan puts it for John Murphy for the Ravens. We almost had to catch John Murphy coming over top of our monitors. Here's Grigor. Vic finished that first period with 4 points. Murphy finds Zarka open up on the glass. It won't sit down, but Anderson's there. Yes, Allen's done.
Nice. That was a real nice set play by Terry Fox. They cleared out the side, looked for the backdoor play to Zarka. He missed the shot, but Anderson was there, and that's the type of baskets he can score even when he has a tough defender guarding him.
Inglis tried to put one down, but Anderson's there for the rebound. Brett Anderson's been strong along the glass in his own end, as well as Dave Morgan. With 2 rebounds for Anderson and 1 for Morgan. And there's a basket.
Good play by Grigor. Handled the pressure that was on the ball real well. Found Zarka posting up. Zarka makes the shot. He's got 1 free throw here. Good pressure on the ball by Carino. Zarka holds his seal, takes it in, gets fouled.
Chris Zarka he looks as if he's a linebacker in there.
Well, Chris is a linebacker, and I know that he's being recruited by Simon Fraser University to play football up there, and they're real high on him. They think he can be one of the top linebackers.
Well, he's been a provincial all-star in football.
And he completes that 3-point play with the basket. It's 29-16 now in favor of Terry Fox. And Gerald Cole has been silent. The man that did it last night with 5 3-pointers and winning that very emotional game against the Maple Ridge Ramblers. Ramblers were up by 11 with 9 minutes to go, and then the college came back, and here's Anderson all alone. No problem. 31-16 Ravens.
Well, it's good layup by Brett, but even better work down in this corner by Grigor. Not only did he pressure his ball, but he doubled down on Dumont looking for the steal.
Here's Brian Carino. And I believe a defensive foul to Chris Zarka.
Yeah, they caught Zarka holding on there. I don't think he held on as much as Dumont drew that foul.
Reminder, Vancouver College brings a record of 77 wins and 46 losses into this tournament. Their 35th appearance, which leads all BC high school teams. Abbey second to them, next closest with 26 appearances. However, the last time the college won the championship, you got to go back to 1967.
Let's see, 1967, I was 4 years old, Bill. Jesus, that give my age away. 31-16 is the score. Vancouver College with the ball. They trail the game. Now Doherty tries the 3-pointer, and it goes to Gerald Cole for his first 2 points of the ball game. The Ravens 104-47 over SMU last night and 111-62 over Caledonia in their opening game with a 31-18 lead. 5 fouls to the Ravens, 4 fouls so far to the Irish.
There's the play, denial by Kevin Waterhouse, and he scoots through, and referee Mike Thompson thought that he got it.
There's a steal by...
Good steal by Carino, and at the other end.
And Carino has got some speed out there. One of the only grade 11s in the starting lineup for the Irish tonight. Brett Anderson tries for two, and the jumper with a great shot there.
Great shot, smooth shooter with a real soft touch, and you can't let him get open there.
12 points for Anderson. He leads the way. 33-20. The Ravens lead the ball game. We got 7:05 to go.
That was a great cut by Steve Doherty. He did a real good job of moving without the ball. He came out to the wing, was denied, and heads up play, made a real sharp cut back door, and a good play by the guard to get him the ball.
There's your score, 33-22. We have a timeout on the floor.
Here it is there. He's overplayed, makes a good plant. Anderson's up in his denial position. Nobody help side. A good play by Doherty. Doherty's a tough player.
There it is. Same replay on Doherty going to the basket. 11-point lead for the Terry Fox Ravens.
More ball movement off the pass and back door up. If they're going to overplay it, back door. And then eat. Once we go to regular, you're back inside.
Okay, let's get them boxed in and let's start setting back picks and getting ball reversal. 1, 2, 3, Irish.
One of the things that we've seen in both of the semifinals tonight has been excellent coaching. I mean, Bob Corbett is a real good coach with Vancouver College. Down at the other end, Don Van Oss and Richie Chambers. They've got help with Mike Hine, and they do a real good job with these teams.
Okay, I meant to ask you this earlier, Jay. How does winning a high school championship compare with this atmosphere to, let's say, to winning a Canadian college championship? I mean, in terms of atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to say, but I mean, everybody, this is what they shoot for all year. This is their championship. This is the ultimate goal for them, and they prepare all year for this. And you can see the preparation that's gone into putting these 4 teams in the semifinals tonight on the floor is just phenomenal.
Brett Anderson was 6 for 6 from the floor.
Terry Fox now 16 for 22 in the ballgame.
Not too bad, and that is why they have that 33-22 lead. We have 6:28 to go in this second period. You're live on the Rogers Network as well as Delta and Shaw, and on the island in Nanaimo, as we watch Brian Carino go up in the foul.
Now that's just a great defensive play by David Morgan. David Morgan comes over weak side, and he really has denied the inside game of Vancouver College with a couple block shots and his presence in there.
There's Anderson. Finally misses from the floor. He has 12 points tonight. We have 6 minutes to go. Doherty in underneath. Got open in behind Morgan.
Another good play by Doherty, and even as good a play as he made to go back door, when he went up to take the basket, he used the rim to protect the ball, so Morgan couldn't block the shot.
A ball goes through McIver's hands, right to Doherty, the jumper. It doesn't sit down for him. The rebound's there for Carino. Carino goes up beautifully. I don't know how he
goes inside, makes a real good play.
Almost a steal by Carino. Now Grigor has it.
Well, the college defense is getting tighter and tighter as this game goes on. The pressure they put on the ball forcing Terry Fox to lose a little bit of their composure, throw the ball away.
Terry Fox.
Well, they trailed by
cut to 7.
Right, they trailed by 7 right now. They'd like to cut it to 5 on this play right down the floor.
English dishes to Cole. He tries to get it back for Ingles. It's taken by Morgan. He puts it up for Vic Grigor. One-on-one on Carino. Grigor goes up and makes that look easy.
You know, you can feel them breathing down your neck, and then Grigor comes down and nails that shot. That's a great play. But an even better save at the other end by McIver. Falling, he's going to get called for traveling. Yeah, right. Pitches the ball out.
Now Carino finds Gerald Cole. Cole goes up. The ball won't sit down for him. Last night, those were going in for Gerald Cole. Now the Ravens with that 35-26 lead. 4:39 to go in this second period. John Murphy on the outside to Morgan. Morgan goes for the shot. Whoa, does that look easy? Morgan with 11 points on the evening.
A 6'8", 11th grader, Terry.
Johnny Newman with 2 points.
That's a good play for college. They got to try to get the ball inside. They tried to get it in English. He couldn't make the play, but Dumont's there. They've got to attack them inside. If they can get Morgan in a little bit of foul trouble, they'll be in a good position.
Gregor with all the time in the world on those jumpers, and that time missed. Here's Cole, can't catch up to a long pass from Carino. With 3:52 to go in the second period, 37-28 in favor of Terry Fox. The winner goes on to face North Delta Huskies in the championship final tomorrow night at 8:30 at the Agrodome. And we have a timeout.
It's okay. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
If you're just joining us, I'm Terry Murray with Jay Triano and Bill Wilms, and we are live at the P&E Agrodome for this semifinal, a second of 2 on the evening. In the earlier game, North Delta defeated Richmond 65-62.
When we go across in front screen, you got to back off. Now find your spot, misdirect cut, come to it. And then the ball's on the floor way too much, right? But that's because guys aren't getting open. On the defense, let's not overplay so much. We're overplaying 2 steps too many. We can let them get it there. It's not hurting us. We're getting backdoored because we're over the line too much. Just get a hand in the lane.
Well, he covers it at both ends of the court real nicely in that little talk there.
Boarding. With Zark out of the game, you guards got to board more.
Tell our people, tell our viewers, Jay, what he means by the ball's on the floor too much.
Well, he was talking about he was talking to Vic Gregor, the point guard, saying that they don't want the ball, him dribbling the ball. They would like it moved around and everybody to touch it. And then he clarified himself. He goes, "That's not Vic's fault. That's the guys on the wings. You're not getting open. You got to work harder to get open for him." And there's Morgan. I mean, Morgan steps out. When you're 6'8" and you can step out like that, you're really helping your ball club because you're bringing another big guy away from the ball, from the basket.
Into the game with the ball, number 7, Rob Finley. The district Gregor inside for Anderson. Look out here! And Anderson had 3 guys to beat, and he got her in. 14 for Anderson. 39-28. 11 is the lead for the Ravens. Now Cole tries to go outside, and he's fouled by Finley. And Cole will go to the line. 3:20 to go in this second period.
Good play by Gerald. Gerald penetrates here. Makes somebody else play him. Guy leaves his feet. Looking for the foul, and he got it. He got rewarded.
Gerald Cole hits his first of 2. 1 to come. Broke his wrist earlier in the year.
And hasn't been playing very long. Just got back into action about a month and a half ago.
He missed the first 21 games with that injury, and the team went 7-13.
Remember seeing him 2 years ago as a grade 10, and we knew that there was things to come from Gerald Cole.
It's his 3rd year in the Final Four, 3rd year in a row.
Here's Carino. Being bothered by Gregor, gets it off for Inglis. Here's Dan Norton into the game. Norton off the backboard. The rebound's there for Dave Morgan. Who else? Finley now. For Gregor, he'll slow it down with 2:35 in this second period. Murphy drives for the rebound. Is there for Anderson. He can't put it down. And now it'll be Irish ball. The Raven fans in the end zone don't like that. 9-point lead. Terry Fox 39, Vancouver College 30. Five championships for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. They'll try to make that championship final with a win tonight. They're trailing by 9. Here's English with the sky, but it doesn't fall.
Another one on Morgan. It's his second of the game.
Second one on Morgan, and with the big guy out of there, they're going to be they'll have a lot more direct line to the basket than they just had on that last drive.
Dave Morgan out of the game, as well as Rob Finley. Steve Penner is in. Jason McIver came in for Morgan.
Well, it'll be an interesting 2 minutes, last 2 minutes here with the difference 9 and Inglis on the line without Morgan in the game.
6'5" Pat Inglis. It's the first of 2.
Well, you're not going to get this guy on the line here, Jay, at SFU. He's indicated he wants to attend the University of Alberta. Good luck, eh?
Vancouver College gets the rebound. Carino goes for Norton. Norton beats a man. That was Pinner. It won't sit out for him. Dumont is there, and he's fouled.
Right away, as you called it a couple minutes ago, you feel the effects of Morgan being out of there, don't you?
They get an offensive rebound at Dumont. Dumont, who really hasn't touched the ball much on offense, it's really working hard. You can see he continues to go after it here, goes way up and gets the rebound, puts it back in, or puts it up and gets fouled.
Right. That's Penner going to the basket first.
Dumont hits the first of 2. He's got 6 rebounds on the night. That leads the way.
Sorry, I meant Danny Norton, Jay. Well, we got a 6-point lead with 1 minute and 49 seconds left in the first half.
The Ravens have that lead. Here's Vic Gregor being bothered by Carino. He finds Zarka open. Zarka fakes. The rebound is there again for Dumont.
Dumont made the block and still came down with the ball, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a great play. He got his hand on it and still was able to pull the ball down.
And excuse me, that was a block. I don't think we can call that a rebound.
Oh, probably a block and a rebound.
Gregor finds Brett Anderson. He's been quiet for the last couple of minutes. Being bothered by Inglis. Now Gregor doing some fancy dribbling. The ball is up. The rebound's there for Pat Inglis. His club down by 6. 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the second period. Now we're under a minute. Gerald Cole. Boy, they need this basket. And they can come back from deficits. They were down, as mentioned earlier, by Maple Ridge, down by 11 in last night's game, and now they're down by 4 with 38 seconds left.
Inglis steps out. It's a nice 15-footer, and they're all feeling a little bit better without David Morgan being in the ball game.
And that ball goes out of play, and it'll be Terry Fox's ball with 23.7 seconds to go, 39-35, Terry Fox. Into the game, Kevin Waterhouse, number 11 for John Dumont.
Well, Fox will probably play for the last shot here with 23 seconds to go and the shot clock turned off.
And will they go to Brett Anderson for the shot?
Well, I expect that they will, or they may try that same backdoor play that we saw earlier. Well, they find Anderson.
We've got 6 seconds to go. Yeah. Here's great defense.
It's up.
Oh, that's a big basket.
That was a huge basket. What
Jason McIver, and a real good play by Vic Gregor. You know, it's a real tough play when you're going the direction that they're going because you can't see the shot clock. But he backed this man in, took a look up at the clock, gave it to McIver at exactly the last second. A real nice play.
41-35 is the score after 2 periods of play. We're at halftime here at the Peony Agrodome. Live action of the second game of 2 in the semifinals here for the 1993 BC High School Boys AAA Basketball Championships. And let's take a break and we'll go downstairs to Rich Lodwick. Rich.
Thank you, Terry. Welcome back to the control center here. This place is buzzing. I can hardly hear myself think, but that's the atmosphere that you get for the BC AAA Championships, and what a night it's been. And Ozzie Owens is part of that atmosphere and excitement. And Ozzie, take it away, big guy. What do you got for us?
Well, Rich, I got the team mascot for the Fighting Irish here. This is John, and he's got his crew behind him. We're going to do a little dance here, John. Get your crowd going. Okay, his team is a little bit behind. His team is a little bit behind in the first half. John, what if I was to say to you that Terry Fox may take this game, huh? Rich, back to you, Rich.
All right, stop the fight. It's gone too far, I'll tell you. Okay, number 12 on the Terry Fox Ravens, probably the best basketball player in British Columbia. His name is Brett Anderson. And at halftime, we'll take a look at this phenomenal basketball player.
For years, the Terry Fox athletic program has produced teams with limited success. However, the last 2 seasons has brought many winning scores with one athlete playing a major role. He is an all-star quarterback and was named as BC High School Player of the Year. He averages 21 points, 5 rebounds, and has 8 assists on the court. In rugby, he plays standoff for the 20-5 team. Also helped win a national Pee Wee title in lacrosse and excelled in soccer with the Metro-level Alouette Youth Association. He is Brett Anderson, better known to his friends as the Great Bretski.
Everything that's been said about him has already been said. Just he's a phenomenal athlete, and he's been my good friend of mine for a long time. He's always been right on top of his game, and this is the championships, and this is when he plays his best.
He's a good player. He can shoot the ball. You know, we played them a couple times. He scored a lot on us, and a couple times we stopped him. So, you know, he's a key to their team, and if we can stop him, it's a lot better chance of beating Terry Fox.
He's a really good player. He's a good player to play with and everything like that. Like, you get him the ball, he'll put the ball in the hoop for you and everything like that. He's a good player. He's going to play college wherever he goes, football, basketball. He's a very good athlete. I think he's probably the best athlete in BC. He can play everything.
One key for Brett is his ability to work hard. On the field, his leadership is looked upon by everybody on his team, but more so by himself. In the classroom, his never-quit attitude has him a parent-pleasing grade A student.
Brett Anderson's he's an outstanding athlete who has given me anything I've asked for over 2 years. I tend to get a little emotional about Brett because I just think he's a first-class individual. It's great to see young people with their heads on their shoulders, and Brett's a great example for parents if they want to, if they'd like their child to grow up, and I'd love my kids to grow up and be like Brett. He's very competitive. He's not one that enjoys losing very much, and he comes back harder the next time when bad things happen. He wants the ball in clutch situations. He's a very good team person, and he provides real positive leadership for us at Terry Fox, and he's going to go on to do very good things at a post-secondary institution somewhere. Someone's going to be fortunate enough to coach him. I've been fortunate enough for 2 years.
I'm going to be playing football and basketball at university level. I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to be going. I'll probably stay home. But I'm just going to wait till after the BCs to decide upon what school I'll be attending.
I understand you're only going to take a week off and it's back to rugby now.
Well, I don't even get a week off, actually. I'll be playing in, I'll get this Sunday off, and then I'll be in the Senior Bowl all spring break, and then rugby starts on the next Monday, so I'll get about 1 day off.
It's rough being a good athlete, isn't it?
It's fun, though, you know.
Brett's athletic and academic skills have stirred interest from SFU and UBC, not to mention Hamilton, Concordia, and Colgate University in upstate New York. But wherever Brett ends up, one thing's for certain, his character will lift an athletic program at Terry Fox to many new heights for years to come.
One of the best players in BC, Brett Anderson, and here's what he's doing tonight. Unofficially, 14 points in the first half. Here's 2. He's a tough player, inside, outside. He can do it all, and he has a college future. A one Brett Anderson. Ozzie Owens, you've been beat up. You've played Harlem Globetrotters, Meadowlark Lemon. What are we going to expect in the second half of this one?
I'm thinking about nude bungee jumping from the top of the dome here, okay? Ozzy Pesum, they call me.
Stay tuned for that. Okay, Ozzy, we'll get back to you later. Folks, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have second half action live from the Peony Agrodome. Terry Fox.
Brett Anderson there, and it is true, 14 points. He led the way.
Yeah, and they weren't easy points. He scored a couple on fast breaks, but he really had to work to get the ball because Cole did a decent job on him early in the half.
Well, the Terry Fox Ravens lead at 41-35 by 6. That big two-pointer at the end there has that 6-point lead. And you can see, I think this is one of the Brett Anderson rebounds, but Dave Morgan, who was out in that last bit. I'm looking at the wrong camera here.
That's Vic Gregor bringing the ball down on a fast break, and he hit the jumper, and Vic's played a very, very solid game. And here's Morgan. Morgan looks inside, leans in, shoots a 15-footer. Doesn't go, but Terry Fox leaves 3 guys there. Anderson takes it away and lays the ball in.
Well, what can we expect in this second half? I asked you at halftime, Jay, will Vancouver College, they came back last night from 11. Can they come back again?
Well, I think they have the team that can do it. I mean, they're going to play pressure defense. Last night in the fourth quarter, they played about the best defense any team could play. Turned the game around in a big way, and they're going to come out probably and do the same thing tonight, and I'm sure that Terry Fox is waiting for that to happen.
Well, you know, in the vernacular of Bum Phillips from the Houston Oilers, this Vancouver team said that college team said they'd knocked on the door twice, and they really feel this year is the year they're going to kick that door in. But however, I really think they've got their work cut out for them this second half. But you rest assured they're going to give it a big, big effort.
Well, like some of their superstars, such as number 5, Gerald Cole, has been silent. Just, well, 4 points in that first half. And if Gerald can get going, I'm sure that's going to help out things for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, the pressure that Terry Fox, you saw the replay there. They're putting a lot of pressure on the wings. We heard Coach Don Van Oss say, let's give him a step. We're playing too far into the passing lane. Let's not get hurt on the back door. And that was one of the plays that he was talking about.
There's your score. Terry Fox 41, Vancouver College 35 at halftime. We're just all set to start this second half here. And here's a replay on the screen just under the boards. This is Brian Carino, and Carino finds room here just underneath the arm of Dave Morgan. At that time, he was into the ball game. He still is into the game, but he has picked up 2 fouls. He'll be starting this third quarter, I'm sure. And as he walks out onto the floor with his Terry Fox Ravens, so do the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. The Irish looking for their 6th championship. They trail by 6 as we begin this third quarter.
Vancouver's finished first 5 times, as you just said, Terry, but they've also finished second twice and third 4 times.
I could see that right off the bat. Morgan and Anderson made eye contact. And when you give the ball to Brett Anderson in a situation where he's even with the defender, he's such a competitor. He's going to take it right to the hole, and he showed it right there.
There we go. Dumont puts that up.
And there's another competitor, Dumont. Dumont's not going to be denied. He gets the ball and takes it right away offensively at the other end.
Well, John Dumont feels that the college experience in this tournament will be a key factor in taking them all the way this year.
Well, they've had a lot of players. We mentioned Gerald Cole, who this is his 3rd time here. Most of these other guys were here last year in the Final Four.
Dumont misses on his first attempt.
Jay, where would you play a guy like Brett Anderson in the college game?
He could play the wing position, either the off guard or the small forward position. He goes to the boards well enough, and he's got a perimeter shot, so he can play the 2 spot.
43-36 now. The score. The Ravens lead the ball game. We've just started this third period. John Murphy on the outside gets Morgan. Morgan being watched by Inglis.
They've tugged up on Morgan a little bit in this half.
Anderson misses the rebounds there for Morgan. He puts it up easily off the glass and in. 45-36. Morgan is so dominant. And a great basket there by Carino.
Good play by Carino, penetrating. Morgan couldn't get over quick enough to reject it.
Here's Gregor, watched by Carino. Gregor, and fouled by Carino, and Gregor will go to the line. 8:50 left in his third period.
Gregor Gregor does a good job of getting on a spin move there, getting past Carino. Carino had no option other than to foul him. Although College had good outside, Carino didn't need to make the foul there.
There's Brett Anderson. He leads the way with 16 points for the Terry Fox Ravens. I forget the total. It was upwards of 47 points, I believe, he got in his first game.
I think he had 43 in the first game.
That's right. That was and he sat out most of the fourth quarter. And Vic Grigor, 6-1.
And he was within striking distance of the tournament record for one game of 58, set by Sam Vandermeulen back in 1965. I think there were a lot of people a little bit disappointed that he sat out the entire.
Yeah, I heard a lot of comments up in the stands about that.
Well, not Brett Anderson, though. I mean, more important to him is winning the championship here and sitting out in that game, making sure that he's rested and healthy for tonight and tomorrow night are the key things for him.
Well put, Jay. That's exactly what Brett Anderson's all about. A real competitor and a team leader. And there's another leader, Dumont. He gets in there with 2 points. 47-40. Terry Fox leads the ball game. We've played 1 minute and 40 seconds here in the third period. Anderson looks like he might have been out. His leg might have touched the outside line there. So it's a turnover, and it'll be Vancouver ball.
Good play by Gerald Cole. Gerald Cole's got quick hands. He gets his hands in the pot there, knocks the ball loose, and Anderson's only play is to fall on it. He's out of bounds.
Here's Carino. He's got Cole to his right. He dishes it to him. Cole tries to go in. The ball comes back to him, and it's sitting there for Grigor. And back comes Vic Grigor. Weaves his way up the middle, off to the right for Morgan. Outside to Murphy. Murphy had that ball taken away from him.
Steve Doherty, a good defensive play.
Now that loose ball. Picked up by Doherty.
Doherty's got a nose for it tonight. Makes a good, he knocks the ball loose at one end and then knocks it loose again at the other end, grabs it and catches it, puts it in.
Here's Grigor, dumps off for Murphy. He tries the three, and it won't go down for him. The rebound's there. And almost drawing the foul was Inglis.
Very aggressive Irish team in this half.
Loose ball picked up by Brett Anderson after Cole went for the basket. Grigor down deep. Up to the glass and in for 2 points for the Ravens. A big 2.
That was a big turnaround. Down at one end, you get Morgan, who's trying to stay out of foul trouble, goes straight up and doesn't commit the foul when Cole drives to the basket.
Now Dumont up against Morgan. Dumont finds an opening and gets one in.
That's a tough basket.
That's a tough basket, is right.
12 points now for Dumont. McIver trying to come into the ball game. John Murphy to Morgan. That one's blocked. Big block by Dumont.
Defensive clinic tonight by John Dumont, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got his hands, he's deflected passes, he's got rebounds.
Nice pass there from Carino to Dumont. And it's a 3-point lead and a timeout to Terry Fox.
That's the best quarter of any basketball team in this tournament that I've seen.
The Irish all excited. Their team's within 3 points. 49-46. Terry Fox leads the ball game.
College has showed a lot of character because Terry Fox came out and scored a couple of baskets.
Right off the tip-off.
Easy for Vancouver to College to pack it in, but they came out and they played harder and harder.
We're running Phoenix. Defensively, we're going matchup. Going matchup, and we got to go hard. Jace is coming in for John, okay? Know where the shooters are, and we got to be a lot more active. And we got to get running. But offensively, we can't play with 2-3 passes. On the Phoenix.
I think a lot of our fans might recognize the second man in the huddle there, Jay.
Well, it's assistant coach or co-coach Richie Chambers, who moved from Centennial over to Terry Fox.
Pushing you out of there. You stand in stronger and get the foul.
The other guy I forgot to mention, they got Wade Lukes as an assistant coach there too. I didn't mention him earlier. There's a loose ball knocked down. Anderson goes after it. It gets knocked loose. Doherty, it's up in the air, puts it in the basket real quick.
And that was just after making that great play in his own end.
That's right. And there's a pass, not enough pressure on the ball, and Morgan caught with his hands down, and they find Dumont on the lob pass.
So a 3-point lead, 6:10 to go in this third period. Terry Fox leads it, so a Gerald Cole 3-pointer away from a tie ball game. Brett Anderson says no, it'll be a 5-point lead.
Now, he made that over a double team on him, didn't he?
Yeah, they brought two guys out on him, and I think offensively that's the play they call Phoenix. We heard them, Don Van Os call it in the huddle, and now defensively they're in their matchup zone. See how College handles that.
What a great basket from Inglis as he worked his way free on Morgan. They burned Morgan on that one. A happy, jubilant bench. The College. Vancouver College now down by 3, and now a steal by Dumont. They have a chance to tie it with a 3-pointer.
And as they come down the floor, Terry, they're 6 for 6 this half.
Here's Carino, the jumper. Goes nowhere. And it'll be Terry Fox ball with 5:15 to go in this third period. 51-48.
Relax on him. Hey, you got to get it out there to the wing.
Well, I think what you meant is 6 times down the floor that they've scored, because I know that I've seen Cole miss a few shots.
That's right.
Jason McIver with the 2 points.
There's a guy who's really done a good job. He's a tough defender, knocks the ball loose.
What a great game by Dumont. What a great game he's having. That time it just wouldn't sit down for him.
That's his aggressiveness there that's cost him a foul, but I mean, there's nothing you can fault John Dumont. He takes the ball to the basket, misses an easy one, gets his hand in the pot.
And that's the 3rd foul for John Dumont, as he will stay in the ball game with 4:45 to go in this third period. His team down by 5 is Brett Anderson, and he's fouled by, I believe, Dumont again.
I think they're going to get Cole.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a break for the Irish, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
you don't want Dumont with 4 fouls. That was Cole's first.
It was a good play by Inglis to come over and help side there. We missed the key part of this play was the way that Brett Anderson got the ball, and we call it a sweep. He cut the ball and he swept to the weak side, goes baseline. He's got the drive, and you have to have help. Cole's a little bit too aggressive, trailing on play.
Brett Anderson goes for 1, and he'll try one more. Try to make it a 7-point lead. If you're just joining us, it's the semifinal, game 2 at the Agrodome. As Brett Anderson makes this a 55-48 game in favor of the Terry Fox Ravens over the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. I'm Terry Murray with Jay Triano and Bill Wilms and the rest of the Rogers Cable Sports gang here at the Agrodome, bringing you this live action. Now Anderson to the basket, no problem for him when he gets that over. He's been perfect tonight.
You know, the College has got to fight so hard to close the gap, and then they give up a couple easy ones, and then it seems like, you know, almost an impossible task again, doesn't it?
Yeah, Bob Court's not happy because he doesn't like it when there's quick shots. When there's a quick shot, it fuels the break at the other end.
Now a 3-pointer attempt by Gerald Cole goes adrift.
And if Bob doesn't like the tempo of this game, he's got a timeout call for the next stoppage.
57-48, the 9-point lead for the Ravens. Now McIver to Morgan. Morgan, the jumper, it won't sit down for him. And now the foul to McIver. With 3:42 to go in this third period, and a timeout to Vancouver College.
It'll be interesting to see in these timeouts if Terry Fox stays in the zone. It seems to have helped them. They've boosted it up to a 9-point lead here. College has had a little bit of a problem. They've taken a few bad shots trying to attack the zone. And I'm sure that Bob Corbett, on the other hand, is going to have a few comments about how he wants to break the zone.
Maybe we can get in that huddle.
Guys, listen to me. They're in a 1-1-3 zone, okay? 1-1-3 zone. All we got to do is run corner across. We don't have to shoot it on the first time. We can reverse it. But what's hurting us is we're coming back, heads down, 5 guys, and they come down, they're scoring. As soon as we don't have that ball, right? John, listen, we got to be back in the hole, okay? You can't be waiting around center watching. You got to be back deep. That's why they scored the last two. So we just got to correct that. Okay, we're going to stay like this for a couple of seconds. Go, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Irish. Let's go, guys.
We talked about this play before. Morgan goes up. Does a good play not to commit a foul. Cole throws it up. Anderson gets the rebound. He looks, and sure enough, I mean, he's a football quarterback. He can make this play, and he hits Gregor going down the other end for an easy 2 points.
Anderson with 22 points on the evening, and the statistic on the Irish side, Gerald Cole, just 4 points. And I can't believe that statistic. Off of a Raven foot, so we'll have a inbounds play coming up for the Irish.
Last night in the quarterfinal games, Gerald Cole turned it on in the last quarter and really brought the college back. We'll be looking forward to see if he can do that in this quarter, or in the rest of this quarter, in the fourth quarter tonight.
Doherty dumps off for Dumont. Inglis, Doherty. They find up inside there for Norton. And Norton makes that one look easy. 57-50 now with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this third period. Plenty of ball to play. Steve Penner almost had that one stolen. And now he gets called on a travel. So again, the Irish peck away at that Raven lead. Have a chance to cut it to 5.
That was a good timeout. We talked before the timeout that Bob Corbett was going to talk about how to break the zone. They did a real good job last time of reversing the ball and then finding Norton on the weak side.
Yeah, I guess from a coaching standpoint, it's the kind of thing you like to see your team maybe bend, but not quite break. And you feel at Vancouver College tonight, just bending enough, but they're not breaking, they're staying in there.
Dumont. No, they're staying with it, and you know, it's a 7-point difference now. They're keeping everything under control. We got Zarka coming back into the game for Penner. And that'll give Terry Fox a little more of an inside game.
And I don't think we've seen Brett Anderson exit the game yet tonight, have we?
No, and I don't know if we will. He had a rest early in the first half. He sat down for 1 or 2 minutes in the first half, but back in now, and we'll probably see him the rest of the way.
And now Morgan is fouled, so we'll go Terry Fox ball on the outside on the inbound pass. With 2:34 to go in this third period, 57-50. Live at the P&E Agrodome in Vancouver for the second game of 2. The semifinal between Terry Fox and Vancouver. Earlier, as mentioned, North Delta over the Richmond Colts 58-50. And that was a barn burn. Check that score. I don't know why I have that in my mind. 65-62 North Delta over the Colts.
Well, another chance for Vancouver to close the gap to 5 right here.
Gerald Cole outside. He'll be watched by Gregor. Dumps off for Dumont. Dumont has McIver on him.
7 seconds on the shot clock. They got to hurry.
And we got a travel against number 9, Stephen Doherty. Under 2 minutes left in this third period. 57-50, Terry Fox ball. They met North Delta in the Fraser Valley Championships this year and lost. They played them 4 times this year, and both teams have won 2 games. Morgan, he'd like to get his touch back, but Chris Zarka doesn't mind. He'll help him out.
Well, Zarka, I mean, he kept the ball alive twice on that play and did a great effort getting the ball inside.
Now Dumont. Cole will go for the jumper, and again he misses. Good save there by Zarka. Anderson lost control of the ball. Back comes Doherty. He'll slow things down. McIver almost got the steal with 1:05 to go in this third period. The steal by Brett Anderson. Oh, he can't get the pass to Gregor.
Good play by Anderson, but an even better one by Dumont to get up and knock the ball down.
The loose ball off of the Fighting Irish, John Dumont. So it'll be Terry Fox ball with the 9-point lead and 48 seconds on the clock.
shot. Anderson going for it. Dumont touches it out of bounds.
Loose ball for Gregor. He can't pick it up, and McIver will get called on the reaching in, and that'll be his second foul. 59-50. Terry Fox leads the ball game. The winner goes on to the championship final tomorrow night at the Agrodome. 8:30 is game time. If you're coming, be here early. There's not going to be too many seats left at that time.
Not many seats left here tonight, and we're just in the semifinals.
Gerald Cole still with only 4 points tonight. He's been off, to say the least. Cole goes for 3, and that won't sit down for him. Morgan's there. The Irish try to save it, but John Murphy slows it down for the Ravens. Far court pass to Brett Anderson. He'll go up. Rebound there for Zarka. We're out of time. Good effort by Anderson. Zarka's mad at Patty Inglis, and they're going to have words. Technical foul against Chris Zarka.
Man, referee Mike Thompson comes in late and sees the wrong call there. Because
we got 2 guys that bang away like this. Oh, like, come on.
Because that's a foul. He calls a technical on Zarka. If anything there, it's got to be a double foul because I saw Inglis hit him first.
And if Van Oz isn't careful, he's going to get another one here, Jay. But I'll tell you, I think from a player standpoint, it's nice to see your coach stick up for you the way he did right there.
Here it is here. Now the buzzer goes. It's not a real R. And now Inglis gets upset here. And then they get together. The referee's right here. Inglis gives a little bump. Zarka gives a bump. I mean, they're both doing the same thing here. I don't know why he picks on Zarka to call the foul. I mean, they're both doing the same thing.
Well, time has expired right there, and they go eye to eye pretty good there.
Yeah, I don't know how you can pick one player and not the other in a situation like that.
Couldn't the guy get a warning? Threatening somebody? Mike, come on, we're in the heat of a game. It's a big game. We're on the Final Four night. Hey, the guy's getting emotions up. Couldn't you and I are going to disagree, so there's no point continuing a conversation. I think in this situation, a tough game.
Mike Thompson talking with Don Van Oss, our other official tonight, Hal Howie. Now, why cannot Mike go to Hal and say, hey, did I miss something?
Wouldn't be a bad play. I mean, maybe Hal's up, but I saw Mike was right there. He saw the whole thing happen. I just, you know, everybody's heated. I mean, everybody's heated. Don Van Oss is heated now, too. We have 2 players that continue to play beyond the buzzer, and, you know, they're going to do that when this Final Four night, especially here. I mean, it's hard to hear the clock.
Stay out of it, Bobby.
We're going to take a break, guys, and we're going to go up to the stands with Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy?
Well, I'll tell you, Kathy, this is the famous Agro dog, and hardcore fans have been known to eat 20 plus of these dogs in a single tournament. The people that go to every single game. And you know what? With 1 extra day in this year's tournament, I bet you that record could go to over 30. At $2 a dog, government stupid tax included, that's not a bad deal. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ozzy, and I can see that you're enjoying that hot dog and enjoying your job up in the stands. And we go for our technical foul shot off to the very right of your screen, and Patty Inglis just sinks the first of 2. And the second one won't sit down for him. So our score 59-51, and we'll start this final 4th period off here at the Agrodome with the Terry Fox Ravens with that 8-point lead. Morgan will jump against John Dumont. No problem for Morgan at 6'8" and growing, and only in grade 11. Same with this guy, Gregor, grade 11, dishes off to another grade 11, McIver. Finds Anderson, and he's going to get charged with the travel.
Well, he doesn't like it, but I guess seldom do the players like it when they're traveling.
I don't know, I watch the NBA, I get confused. They take 6 steps there. Here you take an inch, and you're gone.
Well, the last couple times up the floor, Jay, they haven't been able to penetrate this Terry Fox defense. I think we're at a point now, it's pretty important that they do.
Yeah, and they get there. It's good ball reversals. They reverse the ball a couple times, find the baseline to be wide open.
They now trail by 6.
Danny Norton with his 4th point on the night. Vic Gregor, his team up by 6, 59-53. He's got Norton, and there's another steal and a play by Gregor. McIver to the basket and in.
Oh, that's a great play by McIver. But an even better play by Gregor to make the steal in the open court here.
Now Norton to Carino. His team down once again by 8 points. And it'll be Terry Fox ball with 8:48 to go in this fourth period. Live AAA senior boys basketball action.
Couple steals at both ends of the
There's Carino,
court
and
here.
there good play by Gregor. He slaps the ball. It didn't look like he made any contact. Reverse the ball. Oh, and there's McIver laying it in. While we were at the replay, we missed a real good reversal by Terry Fox. Get the ball into Morgan inside.
And for Dave Morgan, his 17th point on the night. Second to Brett Anderson. He has 22. The two high scorers for the Ravens. And their 63-53 lead. Now Patty Inglis. The rebound for Brett Anderson. This game's long from over with 8:05 to go in this fourth period. Inglis tries to go for the steal, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Terry Fox ball.
With a 10-point difference now, 63-53. Bob Corbett doesn't like that tempo, and he wants to use one of his 2 timeouts to settle them down here. Here's the basket we missed. McIver reverses the ball, gets it inside. Morgan holds his seal and puts it up nice and strong.
Holds his seal. I like that one. Into the Vancouver huddle. We'll see what Bob Corbett has to say.
Let's go to the high post series, okay? Let's go to the high post series. Match up and see what's going on. And when we go someplace, go with conviction, okay? Guys, we keep making little runs at these guys, and then we don't quite finish them. We just get sloppy on something or other, okay? Now, it's going to take 2 things here down the stretch. Intelligence and teamwork on offense. Gut it up and crank it up on defense, okay? Guys got to get out.
One of the key plays in the last little while here is Gregor. I mean, he reaches over in front, steals the ball. Even if he fouls the guy there, it's not a bad foul because it's a 2-on-1 coming at you. If you foul them, they get the ball on the sideline. It's a big turnaround, though, when he knocks the ball free and scores a layup down at the other end.
That was either a 6-point lead or a 10-point lead. Now went the way of the Ravens. They get the 10-point lead. 63-53, as you see on your screen, it'll be Raven ball. 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in this fourth period. The winner of this game goes on to face the #1 North Delta Huskies in the final tomorrow night at 8:30. The game for 3rd and 4th place will be played at 6:30. McIver goes for Morgan. He'll take his time, put that one in easily. It's a 12-point lead. And now it's 19 points for Morgan.
Morgan, Anderson, and Grigor, a formidable trio.
Yeah, very formidable. And 2 of them are grade 11.
That ball rebound there for John Dumont. He dishes off for Inglis. Inglis off the rim. The rebound again.
What a John Dumont.
Oh, he's working so hard inside there.
A great job by John Dumont, and he'll go to the line.
I called it on the rebound, so we're going to take it on the sideline, but
Okay.
Dumont fights, doesn't have a play with the 3 guys inside, dishes it out, stays inside. The rebound goes up with 2 hands and pulls it down, along with a couple other of the Terry Fox players.
Norton, watched by Anderson, off to Carino. Cole will try for 3, and finally the basket sits down for him. That's only his 7th point on the night.
Well, that may be the left that college needs. They know that Jared Cole can shoot the ball like that. He was finally, I mean, I don't think he's had a bad game. He was finally left open for the first time.
And that one on Inglis.
Well, maybe with 6:57 left in the ball game, you're going to see a lot of this from Cole right here. They're going to have to get him the ball, and as you said, he did it all the other night. He brought him right back, and this is maybe the only thing they can go to.
Yep.
Because they're getting a big effort out of a lot of their ball players, Jay, but they just got to get somebody to put it in the hoop.
Brett Anderson, the loose ball.
That's got to be goal ball. Good call.
6:45 to go in this fourth period. 65-56. Terry Fox leads the ball game. A special hello to all our viewers out there watching this game live on the Rogers Network, as well as Delta and Shaw, and the Nanaimo viewers on the Rogers Network as well. Patty Inglis up for 2 points to cut the lead to 7.
Good play by Inglis. You know, gets a tough rebound, takes it underneath and lays it up on the other side.
Chris Zarka prepared to come back into the ball game. John Murphy, he's against Norton. Off to Anderson. Anderson has that ball stolen away from him. He wants a foul. Now Gerald Cole. 6:05 to go in this fourth period.
Don't leave Cole open again.
There's a three-pointer attempt and a rebound for Gregor. The pass for Murphy. Murphy. No basket. 5:50 now on the clock. Lots of time.
A little bit of contact on the last 2 times that Terry Fox has gone to the basket. They're dodging a bit of a foul bullet there, I think.
Trevor against Dumont.
They're gonna get Zarka back in the game. Coach Don Van Oss doesn't like the number of rebounds that College has gotten on the defensive end, and Zarka's gonna come in there and hopefully clean all that up. Here's Dumont with the ball. Oh, the referee calls him shuffling his pivot foot. It's hard to see with below the camera there, but it looked like he may have.
Gregor. McIver tried to go inside to Zarka, but it was stolen by Inglis.
It's a tough pass there. You got to put it on the ground or get to the baseline. You got a better angle.
Is it too early to slow the game down for the Ravens? Would they not want to use that 30-second clock up?
Nice play by Dumont. There's probably too much time to do that. They still want to score, but you might want to reverse it so that you get a better shot, or you can get the same shot at the other side.
Well, the Irish trails by 5, and we've got 4:55 left in the ball game.
Zarka. McIver. Working on Norton. And that ball is turned over again in the Irish. Will they have that luck of the Irish? 65-60. 4:35 to go in this fourth period. Brian Carino dishes off for Norton. He gets it back. Cole. Now Carino.
Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Loose ball picked up there. And that'll go out of play. Carino tries to save it, but it went off of his hand. So it'll be Terry Fox ball with 4:16 on the clock. 65-60.
Crucial situation down the floor that time, you know, with 4.5 minutes to go and 5-point difference. College doesn't even get a shot off, and that's got to hurt. Terry Fox can score it down this time. That could be a big swing.
All 5 starters in for Fox right now. Zarka controls over to Murphy. Nice pass from Murphy to Zarka. Open down for 2, and he gets fouled.
Oh, that's a big play, and that's a play we talked about in the first half of the backdoor. The backdoor screen and the lob over top, and Zarka does a good job of catching it, going up strong. He's a big guy, takes the hit and lays it in. Here you'll see it. Ball's reversed, and here comes the weak side screen. Anderson hits Zarka's man. Not enough communication on the defense there, and Zarka lays it in and gets fouled.
What a great pass from Murphy. There's the 4 coaches for Terry Fox.
A lot of times what happens is the 4 coaches will get together,
you're playing
make
your
sure
toughest man-to-man
that they have
defense.
everything together
and
that
we're
they
going
want,
up
and then they'll convey it to their
On
players.
the matchup, we're not getting near enough ball pressure, though. You got to have ball pressure. Okay? One time, we're on man. Okay? Play tough. Now, offensively, next time down, we got to run, we're not running the clock, but we got to run our 3-2 offense. Let's go motion 1. Motion 1 so we get that action coming high.
We're trying to force the ball in too much for one pass.
No, let's overload. We'll go to the overload once. Just overload, just, okay, and Brett, you start on the one side, you come to the short corner. Yeah.
Well, it's just great, though, it's semi-final night to have 2 close games like we've done tonight, you know. Neither one of them a blowout. It's been nip and tuck all the way down the floor.
Real exciting. There's that last play again with Zarka going back door and catching the ball. As you mentioned, John Murphy made a great pass on the play. Zarka goes up, makes sure he catches it, makes sure he lays it in, and then takes the hit.
4 minutes on the clock, 67-60 the score as on your screen, with Chris Zarka trying to complete the three-point play. And no problem, those fans don't bother him a bit. 68-60. 4 minutes on the clock. What is overload?
Overload is when we bring 4 players to one side of the floor and try to overload the number of players on one side of the floor. We'll see it, and hopefully Terry Fox will run the play.
That's what Coach Don Van Oss discussed with his players in that last timeout. Now Cole. Gerald Cole off.
6
for
seconds.
Doherty. The rebound's there for Brett Anderson, and nothing is going down for Gerald Cole tonight. And maybe he was hurried because of the shot clock, as you mentioned there, Bill.
Here's an overload. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 players on this side of the floor. Creates a weak side.
Vancouver reacted much better to that play right there, didn't they?
They communicated and got through on it.
Brett Anderson tries for 3.
Oh, that's a big shot.
His 25th point on the night, his first three-pointer.
And the first time that Terry Fox is led by 11 all night.
Now Inglis, he's blocked. Chris Zarka got a piece of that one, and now John Dumont will collect his 3rd personal foul. Check that, his 4th personal. His 4th personal.
That's a little bit of a frustration foul on John. He's got position inside, and he doesn't get it. Gets his hand on it here, and then he, running back down, he gets his hands caught up with Morgan. Fortunately, they're not in the bonus, but unfortunately, it's 4 for Dumont. He's going to be a big part of the comeback here if they can make one.
What a matchup that's been all night. Carino against Vic Grigor. Now Cole will foul Grigor with 2:32 on the clock, and his club down by 11.
Boy, that three-pointer that Anderson hit was a big shot. You know, a big difference. It makes it double figures. And psychologically, when College looks up at the clock and you see a 60 to a 71, 11 points is a big difference to make up in 2.5 minutes.
You almost felt like it was a nail in the coffin. It was close until that three-pointer had just kind of almost sealed it.
Well, College isn't going to give up, though. They're going to continue. They're going to foul here. They're going to make it a long 2.5 minutes.
The rebound. Ooh, and Morgan might have gotten away with something there. There's a loose ball picked up by...
That's exactly what they want to happen. They want to pick up the loose balls and make sure that they miss the free throws.
The dump for Inglis.
Oh, they needed that.
That would have been a three-point play had that one gone down, but Inglis go to the line.
1 step, 2. Thank you.
Okay, we see a lot of teams get in a little huddle before they go to the free throw line.
They're just getting together so that they can talk about what's going to happen offensively. I think we've got somebody fouling out here. If that foul is on Zarka, he's out of the game.
And I believe it is.
Yeah, they've got 5 fouls up on the clock.
Yeah, and Chris is fouled out, so we've got not a timeout, but the coaches are talking about it. What the players will do is they'll gather on the free throw line just to reaffirm what the coaches say. So they're make sure that they're playing the proper defense. There's a good drive by Carino, passes it off to Inglis. Inglis takes it up. I don't know, Zark tries to
little torso
go straight
twist.
up there. Yeah, he turns his body into him, and unfortunately, he's out of the game.
Jerry, come here.
What a game for Gerald Cole to come up flat. He's 2 for 10 from the floor tonight with just 6 points, or check that, 7 points on the evening. With 2:24 to go, Patty Inglis will be at the line. His team down by 11. Still plenty of time in basketball with that amount of time on the clock, 2:21.
Oh, there's a lot of time, and College has it going their way. They stop the clock at this end, and Fox didn't score. They stop the clock at this end. He makes 1 of 2, and he's got the second one coming.
Well, they're trailed by 10. With 2:24 left, the 4th period. Make that 9.
Here's the press.
Now the test on Fox. How they can protect that 9-point lead, and a travel against Vic Grigor. Good call by the official. As Gregor had that one ankle move as he tried to stop the flow. 2:15 and counting. 71-62. Terry Fox. Here's Carino. Inside. Dumont. It won't sit down. And the big guy, Dave Morgan, is there, and he's fouled. And Morgan will go to the line.
Big play by Morgan. He went in. He didn't lean on the foul. They were looking for a foul. He grabs the rebound, hangs onto it hard, and gets fouled. He'll go to the ball.
Just a great pass, though, by Carino into that man right there.
Yep, and, you know, maybe Morgan did move on that one. It's hard to say, but Dumont looking for the foul, and Inglis a little frustrated, but also wants to stop the clock. You want to stop the clock. There's still 2 minutes remaining. Morgan has to make the free throws, or you're in the same situation you were last time you went down the floor.
Morgan with 19 on the evening. 20. He went down hard last night, and he attempted a drive for the basket, and there was concern about his wrist.
There's no concern now.
A long way from the heart.
2 minutes, 73-62, another 11-point lead. The three-point shot and made.
Doherty keeps them alive. Now they're going to press and look to foul, probably.
And that'll be Cole's 4th foul.
Only way they can get back.
I don't think Anderson's the guy you want to foul, but at this point in the game, you really don't have a lot of choices who to foul. You want to deny him.
Well, you're saying to stop the clock as
you got
quick
to
as
stop
you
the
can.
clock.
There's a three-pointer.
Doherty, great form on his shot, and makes a real nice shot. And, you know, 10 first-half points. That was only his 2nd score of the 2nd half. Oh, they got him to miss it. Oh! Morgan with a great tip to knock the ball in.
I don't know if he was trying to tip that in or just keep it alive, Jay.
I think he was probably keeping it alive.
Loose ball, it goes off for Gregor, so it'll be Fighting Irish ball.
Maybe we can get another look at that, Paul, because that was a critical tip-in.
Here it is off the free throw. Morgan just gets his hand on it, knocks it in.
23 points for Morgan tonight. 25 for Anderson. 75-65. The Ravens lead it, and Gregor will go to the line.
Well, with a minute and a half to go, it's going to come down to whether Terry Fox can make their free throws and whether College can cause some turnovers or score at the other end by hitting some threes.
We're getting close to that point where the broadcaster says, I think it's over, boys.
I wouldn't say that yet. Minute and a half to go. There's plenty of time.
Jay, I'd like to think that, but there are not many basketball games that you honestly see where the team is trailing by 10 points by 11 with a minute and 33 left and turn the game around. I mean, it's very, very tough to do. You see it, I mean, what, once in 20 games, if that?
That's right.
And especially when the team makes their free throws like Fox has done here.
They lead by 12. 1:30 to go in this 4th period.
And when the team misses at the other end like that, although a good follow-up, was that Doherty or Dumont?
Doherty again.
Doherty's had a strong game. And that'll be it for Cole. That's his 5th foul.
And he tried hard to get an offensive foul on it, didn't he?
That's a good play by him to move his feet over, and then it can't be an intentional foul.
The three-point man, Gerald Cole, has just been taken out of the game. He finishes the game with a very disappointing 7 points. 1:18 on the clock, 77-67 here at the Agrodome Live, the semifinals. Terry Fox looks like they're going on to the final to play the North Delta Huskies tomorrow night at 8:30 here at the Agrodome. We'll be there as well. Dan Russell will be taking my position. And Jay Triano and Bill Williams will be back, as well as the rest of our Rogers Cable sports crew. I want to thank all the guys on the crew tonight. A great job, as usual, by Paul Bertel, our producer, Jim Reese and Dave Dick of Rogers, as well as all the cameramen and the volunteers helping out on tonight's broadcast. We have 1:18 to go in it.
Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I think North Delta and Terry Fox have played 4 times already this year. They're 2-2. The rubber match, again, it's at the BC High School Championship game.
Fox got beat 2 times late in the season by North Delta.
Vic Gregor at the line. 118 and counting, a 79-67 lead. I don't think I need to say that any longer. The Ravens up by 12. As the Agrodome fans begin to head for the exits, they'll be coming back tomorrow. The Irish. Doherty had that one taken away. Somehow gets it back. Inglis goes up against Brett Anderson.
You can hear the contact from here, Terry.
And both of those young fellas, Anderson and Morgan, have had a whale of a game each.
Anderson goes up and definitely fouls him with the body, but he makes sure that Inglis isn't going to score on the layup. Inglis got a chance here. He's been very good at free throws. He's been knocking them in all night.
Inglis 1 for 1 and 2 for 2 there. 55 seconds left. The long pass to Brett Anderson. This will be number 27 for him on the evening. Fouled is Gregor. We'll be back tomorrow night for the final. North Delta not live. Terry Fox and the Huskies tomorrow night, and as mentioned, each team has played each other, or each team has 2 wins versus each other, and I'm sure it'll be a rubber match.
Well, that's a game that you don't want to miss. If you're a basketball fan in the lower mainland of this province, folks, you want to be here for that one tomorrow. And as we've said several times, you want to get here early. The place is jam-packed, and the atmosphere, if you've never been in the Agrodome, you got to be here to believe it. It's just absolutely a perfect building for high school championship basketball.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, amateur sporting events that we host in the province.
And if you don't make it tomorrow night, be sure to tune in on Rogers Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a 1-day delay for that final broadcast. Doherty. Last attempts with 20 seconds left in that 85-69 lead. And again, now Anderson will go to the line for the Ravens. Well, I guess we can say that first game was the best on the night. That was a whale of a ball game.
Well, I think we saw 2 real good teams play here tonight as well, and it's been a quality basketball game. We saw through 3 quarters they played pretty even, and
yes, they did.
You know, 2 real tough defensive teams.
The better team just kind of wore down Vancouver here tonight, didn't they? I mean, the longer you play, it was just a little too much. They gave it a great effort, but
no celebration tonight. That was day 3.
In the blue sweater,
we got day
Mike
4 to
Hine.
go. We got a team that made us look bad at the Fraser Valleys. Never mind
Listen
the
to this.
celebration. We took care of business. Celebration comes tomorrow night. Go get them, guys. Go.
Well, you know what's on their mind for tomorrow night, don't you?
Yeah, they're not even thinking about the last 16 seconds of this game. They're already, Coach Van Os is already getting them focused for tomorrow night. No celebrations tonight. He says tomorrow night's the night we'll celebrate.
They've had a number on the bulletin board in their dressing rooms for the last 10 games. 10 games ago it was 10, then it was 9, then it was 8. Tonight it was 1. That would be the amount of games to get to the final as Brett Anderson gets his 28th on the evening.
He's really got that winner's mentality too, doesn't he,
Oh, he
Brett?
sure
I
does.
mean, he's a winner all the way around. He thinks like a winner.
So 29 points for Brett Anderson, 23 for Dave Morgan in the Terry Fox's victory tonight. We're just down to 10 seconds. Doherty attempts that shot. A long pass for Murphy. He'll finish it off with the basket. It doesn't go in. Gregor gets it. It counts. The final 87-69. It's not over. We got .7 on the clock. I thought I heard a buzzer.
We got Stan Markowski out there looking after that game ball. He thought the game was over, and he was going to make sure that nobody stole it.
And the long shot, the last fatal attempt. It isn't fatal.
deal because
What are these referees paying for the basketballs, Jay?
Stan doesn't want anybody to take it, and he's going to look after it till tomorrow night because they're going to use it all day again tomorrow. Now, this 89-69, this was not a 20-point ball game. This was a tough-fought ball game. Terry Fox played very well to control the lead and make the free throws, and you got to give a lot of credit to Vancouver College, who fought real hard to stay in this game for as long as they did and really give it a game try at the end.
Well, as Terry was saying, Jay, there was that point in the game where Brett Anderson hit that three-pointer that really, if there was a turning point, that might have been it, because it seemed to put Vancouver College in a little bit of a hole. They never really could dig themselves out of even close.
Yeah, we'd have to call that the Rogers Cable 4 turning point.
There
that
we
one
go.
there.
The nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
This was it right
he
here. We'll
looks
get another
at it,
look at it.
Pulls up. He's got great follow through, and he's a great outside shooter.
And watch the reaction on him after he knows it too. Let that go. I mean, he's got his hand up all the way back down the floor, knowing that was that crucial a three-pointer.
Yeah, he's holding.
And of course, as mentioned, 29 points for Brett Anderson. I guess we can call him our player of the game. We can go with Dave Morgan as well. Great around the backboards tonight on the rebounds as well.
Well, I thought they got real quality play from those two players, but also from Vic Gregor, who controlled the tempo of the game from the point guard position as well.
So we give the start of the team then.
If it really was a team effort. I mean, I find it very hard to pinpoint. I know we're going to talk to Brett Anderson out here, but I'll tell you, this was a team effort as far as I'm concerned. It was very, very hard to pick anybody specifically tonight from this Terry Fox Ravens basketball team.
Well, with 29 points is Brett Anderson. He's on the floor with Ozzie Owen. Ozzie?
Yes, indeed, he is the man of the hour, Brett Anderson, right here, and 29 points. How do you feel about your performance tonight, Brett?
Well, I thought I played fairly well. The Vancouver College defense was they really did a great job. We have to give them credit. But we just kept plugging away, and things started happening for us.
The big question now, tomorrow night, how do you think you're going to do?
Geez, we got a little bit of revenge in mind for North Delta. They embarrassed us last week at the Fraser Valley Championship, so we're just going to come out and do our best, and hopefully we'll be successful.
Congratulations and the best of luck, Brett.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you.
I think this is that last pass. No, this was some point in that second half.
Yeah, this is late in the second half with Morgan. Morgan gets the rebound, throws a long pass to Anderson, and he got two the easy way that way when College is up denying and fronting everybody.
Well, there you go. We saw him quarterback that one play where he threw it down the floor, made the long pass. There he's a receiver going down and catching the ball. He can do everything. He's a very, very talented basketball player. But, I'd also like to say I think John Dumont for the Irish, I don't think you can play a much better defensive game in a losing cause, can you?
He had his hand on so many loose balls, and he blocked shots and was all over the place. He worked so hard to get the ball offensively, and you give a lot of credit to Terry Fox, who did a good defensive job on him as well.
They did, exactly, yeah.
And guys, a lot of credit to yourselves tonight. A good job here, courtside, as well as Dan Russell. We'd like to thank him, and to Jay Triano and Bill Wilms, and we'll send her down over to Rich Lodwick now, where he'll say goodbye, and for myself, goodbye, and congratulations to the Terry Fox Ravens and the North Delta Huskies. Good luck to them tomorrow night.
Thank you, Terry. Good job to Jay and Bill and Dan and Terry as well. I'm with the head coach of the North Delta Huskies, winners of game number 1 tonight, Tyler Kushner. And Tyler, your thoughts on this game we just saw?
Well, it was a great game. I don't think the final score was indicative of how good a game it was. This was a 5 or 8 point game that, because College was trying to catch up, got behind with some easy hoops. It was a great game. College played really well, and I think Fox is really looking forward to getting a rematch.
All right, let me ask you about tomorrow night. The stage is set, North Delta against Terry Fox. Tell us what we can expect.
Well, you can expect to see two teams that know each other pretty well, probably as well as anybody will. The score is 2-2 between us. I don't think there's a lot of secrets now. It's come down this time of year. You can't do anything really new. Here's what we do.
It's time to rock and roll.
Let's rock. You got it.
All right, thanks. Head coach
Okay.
Tyler Kushner. Let's go down to the winning coach of the Terry Fox Ravens, Don Van Oss with Ozzie.
All right, Don, a pretty impressive win tonight. I have a feeling your mind is elsewhere, though, at this moment. Let's talk about tomorrow night and Tyler Kushner and the North Delta squad.
We've had some battles with North Delta this year. We're 2-2. It's a fitting end, number 1 versus number 2. We've been rotating back and forth in those positions.
we're looking forward to the opportunity to play for the championship.
Brett Anderson mentioned a bit of revenge maybe tomorrow night.
Well, our guys got to get focused. I mean, it's not a matter of revenge. It's just a matter of coming out. We just got to play hard, and you know, if we play hard and play with some intensity,